Hello everyone. Today is Sunday, January 7th, 2018, and I am working on my Hobonichi Techo. I wanted to do something different, and a lot of people use watercolor for their Hobonichis, so I wanted to give it a go. My little watercolor set is a travel set by Windsor and Newton. It's the basic primary colors. As you've seen, I used it just a little bit, not very much. I'm still learning watercolor. It's a very challenging medium, but I enjoy it. And I have, just to keep it very simple, I have the little brush that came with the kit as my brush for what I'm going to use. So I'm using this paper that I have saved from a Zaka kit, and I'm going to use that as, I don't know how this is going to work, so this is an experimental thing for me. So I'm placing that in between the pages just to kind of protect the other page. And here goes nothing. Alright, so I'm grabbing some of the light yellow. Okay, so it's pretty nice. You can definitely see how the kind of, I would say, like waxy, plasticky feel that the pages, the Tombow River paper seems to have. How it kind of holds the color. So, I mean, I see why people use it. It can hold it. So far, so good. I love looking at watercolor that people create, watercolors, paintings, and all sorts of stuff. The problem for me with watercolor is that I'm a person that I love vibrant colors. So when you do watercoloring, it's a hint of color. It's just like a wash of color. And that is difficult for me. Because I want to use like the brightest of the brightest, and I want to have, you know, the reddest of the reddest, and with like just like a simple wash, it's like where's my color at though? So that's why I find it difficult. That's why I enjoy Copic markers, because they're so vibrant. I mean, there's pastel ones, but you can get an intensity of color. You can build up the intensity of color. That's fun for me. Alrighty, so okie doke. So 2 shades of yellow there, a little darker one and a yellow and a lighter yellow. Then I'm gonna hit up the blue here, and I'm gonna do it from the opposite side. Yellow and blue are my favorite colors, so doesn't surprise me that my first instinct was to grab those colors. And then I love green as well, like as my third choice if I had a third choice. So this kind of all embodies that. It's the first thing I reached for. I didn't really have a plan when I started doing this just now. I just said I'm gonna do watercolor, and I grabbed the watercolor and I grabbed my Hobonichi, and then I sat down and turned on the camera. So there's no rhyme or reason, no big plan with this. All right. Alrighty. So this is like a darker blue. Nice. So tell me, what are some of your favorite small watercolor kits? I have to pick up some more, and I just don't know what to get. I've heard certain things from people, but I want something kind of like this, simple, and not too crazy. Alright, so oops.
And a little more yellow. Okie doke. I'll let this dry. Okay, so we'll let it dry and I'll be right back.
So I decided to expand a little bit on the watercolor. So I just got my brush and wet it, and then just kind of drag the color more blue towards the edges and more yellow towards the edges, so the page is completely watercolored and it's still drying. Alright, so it's dried to the best that it can be. So I want to do some stamping over this. I really enjoy stamping. I love carving my own stamps. I'm still learning that, but I will just be using some ink from Michael's. You can use any ink you have, of course. I have this clear block, and then I have these cling on stamps. So it basically works this way. Just put it on there, and then you stamp it on the page. So here we go.
Such a beautiful stamp. I really like this. My friend M sent this to me in a little multi-pack, and it also has these, like, there's a lot more, but these are some accompanying ones that I'll be using. So I'm going to use the little border one first.
Alright, so there you have it. I used a Tombow double-sided brush marker to write the letters in. I definitely want to practice my lettering this year, but this is what we got, so I gotta start somewhere. So you can see the stamping, and always be on the lookout for Wander. So this will be a project of mine to practice my lettering. So this is the first one, so let's see how I improve over time. Nothing too crazy. I just kind of went with, you know, cursive, but step one, there's just a little bit here to learn, and it doesn't take very much to get something like this done. Just a little bit of watercolor, some stamping, and something that you want to write on the page. So that's Sunday's page. I hope you have a great Sunday, and see you next time. Bye.